What's up guys, welcome back. So I was sent this image via the Patreon Discord channel by Mer Parks. It's quite a nice model, but there's a few problems with the paint job. The main issue for me is focus and colour balance, which we're going to get into in a minute. But just to start off, if we zoom in here, you can see that there's quite a lot of bleeding around the edge of this section. One of the most important things to get down in miniature painting is neatness. You really want your lines to be well defined. So as well as using a brush with a nice point, a good way to solve this is by using a magnifier. That'll let you really see where your paint is going, and it's going to help to make getting clean edges between sections a lot easier. If you don't have a magnifier or you don't want to buy one, just take a photograph with your phone or something and zoom in, and you're going to be able to see anywhere that you've gone outside the lines. If you try to be your own worst critic, you'll be surprised how quickly you actually start to improve. So as I said before, apart from execution, the main issue is colour balance. So right now you have two warm orangey reds, a warm orangey yellow, a cold green, a very intensely saturated gold, and a pale blue. It's quite a mix of colours, which seem to be a little jarring because they're all fighting for attention. The two reds are widely separated and pulling your eye up and down. Then you have the yellow and gold battling it out, and the gold is winning. So there's nowhere really for your eyes to rest on. I find I'm constantly darting about the model and it's hard to take it in as one single piece. In miniature painting, it's a good idea to create a focal point. Usually that will be on the face. A good way to do that is simply to make the face the brightest part of your model, or to include a warm tone that draws the eye. Right now the face is actually one of the darkest areas. You do have a warm tone in the headband, but again, because it's doubled with the helmet on the base, as soon as you look at the face, your eyes are drawn down to the helmet. So we'll try and fix that problem first. Seeing as the green on the cape is a cold colour and it's not used anywhere else, we can simply paint it with the same green tone. So now with that done, your eyes aren't really being pulled down to that point anymore. It's a good idea to spread your colours evenly around the model, so we'll change that headband to green as well. Now we have 3 points of colour roughly evenly spaced, giving you a nice colour balance across the miniature. To draw attention to the face, first we can highlight the cheeks, simply making it quite bright just under the eyes. Now that we've done that, the forehead is looking very out of place, so if we highlight that with the same colour, this time pulling it to the centre, we're going to add a lot more definition to the face. Now, because we only have our base tone and highlight, the skin looks a bit unnatural, so to correct that, we can add a small glaze with some red to the base of the cheeks. So this has two effects. One, it makes the skin appear more lifelike, and two, by adding the red in there, your eyes are more naturally drawn to that spot, as red tends to attract the eye. The next thing is that the blue on the base seems to clash with the other colours, so again we could simply swap that out for that same green. And the base is also a little too bright, so I'm not sure whether to look at the base or the model, but if we darken it down a little, we give focus back to the miniature. My Photoshop skills aren't great, but I think you get the general idea here. The last thing is this gold trim on the cloak and the tabard. It's extremely saturated. Saturated colours tend to draw the eye, and right now the trim is the most saturated colour on the model. You can desaturate it by using a dark purple wash, or just simply repaint it with a duller gold. So if we do that now, we'll get something like this. Hopefully now you can see that your eyes are really being pulled into the face. Ideally you should use that same gold on some other areas. I'll leave that to you, but the hilt of the sword and those little bands on his pauldrons are pretty likely candidates. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, or if you have any other ideas, I'm always open to suggestions. Thanks again for all your support. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks again. Bye for now.